Okay, hello everyone. My name is Mr. Martinez, and today I'm going to be teaching you about graphing linear equations. So, the very first thing I want you to do is go into our Google Classroom, go into the tab that says classwork right here. Click on this classwork tab and click on the Desmos graphing linear equations. Now, if you click on this link right here, this link will take you directly to our first activity, which is going to look something like this. In this first activity, we're going to be learning about how to identify slope, how to identify the point of intersection, which we're going to talk about later. But the very first question says, how do you get from point A to point B? Now, here we have point A, right? Here's point A, and then here's point B. Now we look at this, point B looks like it intersects in the y-axis, and it intersects at 2, right? I'm going to pretend you all said it right. So we're going to go from here. We're going to go, instead of, this isn't really, we got to look at this, we got to see the scale of this. And what I mean by scale is we go from 0 to 2, but if we were to count by ones here, we'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, which doesn't really make sense. So this isn't really going up by ones, it's going up by halves. So if we do this, we go half of 1, and then 1, and then 1.5, and then 2. So really we're going up 2, right? So we've gone up 2, and how much do we go to the right? Well, okay, well here we're at 1 right here, so we really go 1 to the right. We're really going half and then 1. So we really go, we rise how much? We rise 2, and we run once. Remember, slope is rise over run. So how do you get from point A to point B? You rise up 2, and you go over 1. That's the answer to the first one. Now the second one says choose 3 different sets of points and calculate a slope. So here I've given you 3 different points. I've given you X, I've given you B, I've given you A. So you do the same thing. You want to calculate the slope specifically. This one does go by 1. So this one does go by, if you want to do this, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 going up here. Oh, and if you click on it, it'll tell you where the points are at. That's kind of helpful here. But what I want you to do is pick 3 different points. So for example, when I say pick 3 different points, I mean like X and A. So I'm going to pick X. X looks like it is at, what is X at right here? X looks like it is at -2, 0. And A looks like it's at 0, 0, 4. You can use the slope formula. Remember the y2 minus y1 over x1 over x2 minus x1. You can use that formula, or we can do this. Now, if I start at x and I go up, how much do I have to go up to get to the same level as A? Well, I go up 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going up 4. And then how much am I going to the right? Well, I'm going over 1, 2. So I've gone up 4 and over 2. So it's 4 over 2, which equals what? It equals 2. So the slope, so I can say the slope of, what is it, X and A is 2. And that's basically what I want to do for that one. So do the other one. So it says choose 3 different points. So your task is to tell me what is the slope of, let's say, for example, here, let me just do this real quick. Let's say I want to tell me, so your job is to find out what is the slope of X and B. It is blank, right? And then next one would be like, what is the slope of B and A? So this is B and A, and you guys have to figure those out. All right, so next one, very last one. This one's a little bit more involved. First thing we want you to do is, there's 3 steps here. First thing is circle the point of intersection and draw the rise over the run. So, okay, when it says point of intersection, right here what we're talking about is where does it intersect on the y-axis? Well, I'm looking at this line right here, and it looks like this is the point of intersection. This is the point that intersects on the y-axis. And what is that point? It's at 1, right? Again, I'm going to pretend you're saying yes. Now, it says type in the point of intersection with the y-axis. So what is the point of intersection? So I can type that in. So the point of intersection is equal to 1, right? Because it crosses the y-axis, so that's our point of intersection. Now, it wants us to also type in the slope. Now, the slope is equal to, again, we know the slope is equal to the rise over the run, or I guess I've told some of you this before, but the fall over the run. Now, what is, oh God, it's having a seizure. Hold up. This is not, okay. Wait, I can fix this. No cuts. So this is the rise over the run, people. That's what we're looking at. Or you can also look at it as the fall over the run. So how much are we really falling? Well, it looks like it goes from 0 all the way up to 1. So we're really, to get to the same level, so we're looking at 2 points. We're looking at A and B. To get to the same level as B from A, you need to fall how much? It's really just 1. So you fall 1. Okay, so I'm going to put 1 here. And then how much do you run? Well, we run 1, 2. We run 2. So we run 2. And now you just need to figure out, well, is this slope negative? Well, we're falling, so we know it's going to be negative. So the answer is negative 1/2. So your slope would equal negative 1/2. And that's it. Now, once you figure out what the point of intersection is, which we just figured out to 1, and the slope, what I want you to do is I'm going to hand out this. Yes, I'm going to hand, no, wait, moment. I'm going to hand out this worksheet. Now, this worksheet is basically goes along with the Desmos work, where if we look back at Desmos for a second, where is it? Here's Desmos. It says part A right here. Now, part A refers to this part A. So we just figured out the slope was negative 1/2, and the point of intersection was 1. So what I want you to do is go through the Desmos activity, figure out what all the slope and all the point of intersections are for all the problems. There should be all the way up to I right here. So you should go all the way up to I, and then come back and fill in this chart. Once you're done with this chart, turn it into the basket, you're done. It's not recording, is it? It totally stopped recording. Oh, it's already running.